Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, the Shredder. Funny enough, it also says Destructor underneath. It is recommended for ages 4 and up and comes to us from the folks over at Playmates Toys or Spin Master here in Canada. Shredder a little harder to find than some of the other turtles, but we managed to find him, managed to pick him up, and we're having a look at him right now. The back of the package gives you a read-up saying, New York City, an old menace returns, new mutations arise, the ultimate showdown approaches. Our heroes must rise up again to save the city they love. Be on the lookout for the other figures consisting of Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo in stealth disguise, Michelangelo in pirate costume, Raphael in wingsuit. Not sure if any of these will actually make it to the movie, but you have Casey Jones, Splinter, Shredder, Foot Soldier, Bebop, Rocksteady, and the Krang. Perhaps not in this installment, but I would love to see maybe a future Turtle movie where the Foot Soldiers are robots. A nice little throwback, if you will, to the original classic series. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, the Shredder. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Unfortunately, without the movie currently being out, right now we're kind of just looking at the figures and doing a lot of just assumptions. Looking at the figure as it currently stands right now, we can only assess that this is what Shredder's going to look like in the movie. Of course, that could change as well, as we've seen with other Turtles, or really any toy lines for movie-inspired properties. Sometimes the toy lines don't quite look, or they veer off to what the actual designs in the movies end up being. As it stands right now, I'm going to base my assumption solely on looking at this figure itself and kind of just gauging my overall feelings of what Shredder is based on this toy. So what I can assess with these two eyes is that Shredder is going to be wearing mostly a black outfit with some inspirations from the original Shredder, well, at least the original classic Shredder. So he's got like the fin kind of crest on his face. You'll see, and hopefully the camera can pick this up, you'll see that he does have a faceplate. It is not silver though, it's black. And I can't tell whether that is simply that the toy is missing that silver, or that silver will eventually be on, or the silver has just been left off of Shredder's design. But looking at it, I can't say that I dislike the design, but I kind of wish that there was a little bit more to him. At least he's not a big transformer like he was in the first movie, although, equally so, that didn't really bother me all that much. But like this Shredder is very more subtle. He almost comes across like a henchman rather than the big boss, if you will. The black I don't think doesn't bother me so much. I wish that this could have been like a red, kind of like a throwback to the 90s Turtle movie, or maybe a purple, like a throwback to the classic cartoon. Not to say that he'd have to be a stark version of either one of those where it was bright and a little ridiculous, but I think even making him like a dark purple could have really been cool, as opposed to just him being straight black. But I am interested in whether the face isn't bad, but I'm wondering if he is going to get a silver mouth plate as opposed to it being black. It looks like it would be more armor, and yet, of course, the toy line here has him with a all black outfit. He has a little bit of silver, metallic silver in the forearms that kind of does a little bit of a job of breaking up everything. It's not as shiny in the lower shin guards though, so it does look a little different. But I can't say that I'm unhappy with the design of him, again, if this is what he's going to look like in the movie. To give him a little more of a Shredder look to him, of course, the folks over at Playmates give you these wrist gauntlets. I guess the easiest way to do it is just clip them on. Clip them onto his forearms. It looks even like the first Shredder from the original Bay movie, if you want to look at it that way, did have the Shredder claws. So at least they got that right. Again, whatever you might feel about the overall design, you might think it's ridiculous, but Shredder does, at least according to this figure, have blades. That's good, because at least Shredder, you can't call him Shredder if he doesn't have this. So I like that. They're a little bit on the big side, but certainly conveys Shredder to me. The other thing that he does come included with, and again, it's all just guessing at this point, is he comes with a gun. A Mutagen Gun would be awesome. I don't know if it's going to be a Mutagen Gun or if it's actually just some sort of other gun, but there is like a little capsule compartment area down below. So it must, I'm guessing, fire off some sort of gas. Once again, a mutagen energy. Something would have been really cool as well. We can only wait. The funny thing will be the people that will be commenting on this video months from now when the movie is out, and they say, well, "Come on, Spot, you should know that. After all, in the movie, it's this." Well, at the time, unless I've traveled forward in time, at the time the movie isn't out, so we're kind of just, again, playing guessing. But there he is with the gun. It stays well enough in his hand, it doesn't fall out. So, that I like as well. These don't do the greatest of jobs staying on his forearm, but they do well enough of a job that they're not falling off at least. When it comes to Shredder's Poseability, Shredder's head is on a ball joint, which doesn't seem restricted. I like that. Shoulders hinge forward and back. The top shoulder plate here, luckily, stays out of the way when you're moving the arm, so that doesn't hinder it. He's got a bend in the elbow, which also rotates the forearm. Or at least, does it have a rotation? Let's take this off for a second. No, it actually does not. Just has a straight hinge. A rotation in the hand. No waist swivel. And he's got the same posability that the Turtles had. So in order to move the legs out, you have to rotate this hinge. See the hinge right there? Rotate forward and back, but you can't rotate it this way unless you rotate the leg. And then you can rotate the leg that way. He's also got a hinge in the knee, a rotation in the lower leg, and no posability in the Shredder feet, Shredder boots. I like also, too, that they gave him a fair bit of posability. Didn't just relegate it to solely the Turtle brothers, that Shredder gets his fair share as well. And as we have a look at the other Turtles figures, hopefully that carries over to them as well. Let me know what you think down below of Shredder's design. Do you like it? Do you wish it was a little bit different? I think overall, I like this design. If for one thing, they paint this area here silver, so at least it carries over and it looks like Shredder. If that's what they're going to do, then I like this design. That's just my own personal preference. Today we were having a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Today we're having a look at the baddie in the movie, or one of the baddies I guess now. Today we're having a look at the Shredder. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more reviews and more Turtles figures coming your way. Of course, we're going to have a look at more of those. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.